When you look at incredibly successful people, you have to wonder, what's their secret? Is it just strategy or being in the right place at the right time? Well, the book Thrive in Business argues that the real secret weapon, the thing that truly sets people apart, is something inside all of us. It's our mindset. And getting a handle on that, well, that can change absolutely everything. So let's ask the big question right up front. What really separates success from failure? It's not about being born a genius or just getting lucky. It comes down to the fundamental beliefs we have about ourselves, about our own abilities and our potential. Seriously, how you answer that question in your own head pretty much sets the entire course for your career. All right, so to really get to the bottom of this, we need to talk about the work of psychologist Carol Dweck. She basically discovered this huge divide in how people think. Turns out there are two powerful, completely opposite mindsets that are constantly shaping how we act, especially in the business world. Understanding this core conflict is really the first big step to unlocking your potential. And here they are, side by side. It's a pretty stark contrast, right? Over on one side, you've got the fixed mindset. This is the belief that your intelligence, your talents, they're just fixed traits, set in stone. And that way of thinking, it leads to a deep fear of failure and makes you want to avoid challenges. But then, look at the other side, the growth mindset. This is the game-changing belief that your abilities can be developed, that you can get smarter through dedication and hard work. This mindset actually fuels resilience and makes you love a good challenge. So think about it. When you hit a wall, do you see a threat or do you see a chance to level up? Okay, so knowing the difference is one thing, but actually building a growth mindset, that's where the real magic happens. And let's be clear, this is way more than just thinking positive. This is about doing the work to fundamentally rewire your inner dialogue and your entire approach to your job. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This is the core belief, the absolute engine of a growth mindset. It's not about who you are right now, it's all about who you can become. Thinking this way is like giving yourself permission to learn, to try new things, and yeah, even to stumble and fail on your way to getting something right. One of the biggest roadblocks to a growth mindset is that nagging inner critic we all have. But here's a super simple 3-step plan to shut it down. First up, awareness. You just have to start noticing when that negative voice pops up. Second, challenge and reframe it. Don't just let it talk. Question it. Replace those junk thoughts with something constructive. And third, build a support system. Surround yourself with people, mentors, colleagues who believe in you and can help you see your own potential for growth. And the work doesn't stop with you. You can build an entire environment that reinforces this mindset. Simple things like practicing gratitude can totally change the vibe. Setting really clear, inspiring, smart goals gives everyone a sense of forward momentum. And of course, prioritizing work-life balance and fostering open communication, that creates a culture where a growth mindset doesn't just survive, it thrives. All right, let's get real. It's one thing to have a growth mindset when everything's going great. But what about when you get hit with a major setback? A project fails, you lose a client. That is the real test, and that's where this mindset truly shows its power. I love this image because it captures the whole idea perfectly. Someone with a fixed mindset hits a problem and sees a dead end, a total roadblock. But someone with a growth mindset sees the exact same problem and asks, okay, where can this take me instead? It's not a roadblock, it's a redirection. A signpost pointing you toward a new, maybe even better path. And this is the bottom line for business. In today's world, being able to bounce back isn't just a nice personal trait. It's a strategic must-have. Seriously, the ability to fail, learn from it, and adapt faster than your competition, that is what separates the companies that stick around from the ones that become a historical footnote. I mean, just look at these classic examples. Blockbuster had a total fixed mindset. They saw streaming coming. They even had a chance to buy Netflix, but they couldn't let go of their old model. And, well, we all know how that ended. Now, compare that to Apple, which learned from tons of early product flops to create the amazing devices we all use today. Or even Coca-Cola. The whole new Coke disaster taught them priceless lessons about their brand and their customers. They all used failure as a launchpad to come back even stronger. This brings us to such a critical point. This mindset stuff isn't just for individuals. If you're a leader, it's a force multiplier. A leader's mindset creates this powerful ripple effect that can literally shape the culture of an entire team or even the whole company. So what does a growth-oriented leader actually look like? Well, they're the ones who build a culture where everyone is always learning. They don't just put up with setbacks, they actually frame them as valuable opportunities to get better. And most importantly, they inspire their teams not to run from challenges, but to run towards them. And these are the real, tangible traits you can actually work on. It's a deep commitment to learning for themselves and for their team. It's a resilience that makes everyone feel more confident when things get tough. It's clear, honest communication. It's a real focus on building genuine relationships. And it's a visionary outlook that's always looking ahead. So, how do these leaders actually do it? This chart breaks it down into 4 key actions. First, they walk the talk. They model resilient behavior themselves. Second, they praise hard work and dedication, not just who's naturally talented. Third, they invest in their people with training and development. And finally, and this is so important, they create psychological safety. They build a space where it's okay to try something new, to take a smart risk, and even to fail, as long as everyone learns something valuable from it. So as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to remember that developing this mindset isn't a one-and-done thing. You don't just arrive one day. It's a continuous journey, and trust me, the payoffs just keep getting bigger and bigger over time. This whole journey is really a cycle. It all starts with self-awareness, spotting those old beliefs that are holding you back. Then you make a conscious choice to adopt new, more empowering beliefs. You use those beliefs to build resilience so you can handle setbacks. And all of that is fueled by a commitment to lifelong learning, which in turn gives you even more self-awareness. It's just this amazing, powerful loop of personal growth. When you boil it all down, the single biggest takeaway is this: success isn't some place you get to. It's the mindset you choose to bring with you on the journey, every single day. And that leaves us with one final and really critical question for you. This isn't about some grand plan for next year or next month. What is one small, simple step you can take today to start championing a growth mindset, either for yourself or for your team?